Woohoo! Welcome in to the Ron Ross Radio Show podcast for Tuesday.
Tuesday.
There you go. March. Thank you, Don and Mike.
Yes.
March 11th, 2025. I'm still right. I'm still typing 2024. 3 months into it.
What?
I'm still doing it. Yeah.
Don't do that.
On all of my dog. I'm trying not to.
Don't be that guy.
I'm not proud of it. Don't be that guy. Like I'm doing it on purpose. But that guy over there is Johnny Galinsky, who is is everything to me on this podcast. Let's just put it that way. That's gonna your new title.
Okay.
Is everything.
Mr. Everything.
Mr. Everything.
I'm not Mr. Wonderful. I'm Mr. Everything.
Mr. Everything.
I like that. might take that on as my new
take that on.
nickname, Mr. Everything.
Just made it up.
Johnny Galinsky, Mr. Everything.
Mr. Everything. I'm on the fly. Well, you are wearing many, many, many hats.
I'm writing that down. Where's my pen? Hold on.
And here he goes, and he's writing it down. Very nice. So thank you so much for watching us live on our podcast on YouTube and on our Facebook channel. He wrote it down and then he showed it to the camera. In case you're listening to the audio version, because John brought up the fact that in this time slot,
yes,
maybe not so many live viewers.
No.
Although if you are live, please interact. Send those comments in. We'd love to see you. Yeah. And even afterwards, you can also interact with us on our Pahoni, which is 240-415-9090, 240-415-9090. Now he's got to try to struggle to get the graphic up.
I know.
240-415
9Z
9Z. And anything, leave any kind of comments. It would be fantastic. We appreciate it. But again, we love the fact that you listen when you can and put it on your podcast. That's so awesome. The weather has turned here in Maryland. I'm going to go out on a limb. Now, March can be fickle and cruel.
I was gonna say, give it a week.
Cruel. We had one of our worst. I got snowed in at a radio station because we had a blizzard that came through on March 15th. I remember it was the Ides of March. And I had to do, it was a Saturday show. I had to do 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the afternoon in Hagerstown. And I got in my little Pontiac Sunbird with the wide tires and the front wheel drive. And I just was like, bye to my wife. And there I go. And I just performance tires. They were performance tires.
Right.
And drove to the radio station, got there in plenty of time.
Yeah.
And Sue Burns was doing and did 6 to 10.
Sue Burns. And
then she couldn't leave. And my relief did not come in. So Sue Burns went back on at 2. And that person's relief didn't come in. So I went back on at 6 and did 6 to 10. And then she did 10 to 2A, and I did 2A to 6A, and then she did the jazz brunch on Sunday morning.
Did you stayed there then? I guess.
We stayed there. Stayed there overnight. Now I did
walk.
What did you
do for food.
I walked to the 7-Eleven, which was down on the corner.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
it was still open. It was still open, so I went in and got a bunch of sandwiches you can microwave and burritos and chips and all of that stuff, because we still had a good morning. Jennifer Skonov has sent us a message on Facebook, and again, you can too. We would love to say hi. And so I brought all of those foods back, and that was our dinner. So what does make Ron Mr.?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Everything. So what are you?
Oh,
thank you, Jim.
I think you got it right. Mr. Question mark. Four of them. I think that's exactly right. That's what he wrote down. Mr. 4 question mark. I think that would be it. Jennifer says it's her birthday week. Woo! All right.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. What was that?
The worst party horn ever.
Oh, no. Party horn. There you go. Do not use your party horn anymore, John. Please. Pretty please with sugar on top.
Find a new party horn. That's pretty lame. It's funny. You were bringing up the 7-Eleven. I forgot about that when I was working overnights. And then morning would roll around and the morning guy would make me stay through his show to be his producer. So I would go down usually right when my shift ended, head down to the 7-Eleven and then come back and get some food in the morning. And
well, what you don't know,
hungry.
What you don't know
is overnights.
We actually had a coffee machine, a Bunn coffee machine in the back kitchen.
We did?
Well, what you don't know, I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
And we had coffee service. We had the pouches of pre-measured. You just threw into the filter and then filled it with water, and then it would make a pot
Who
of coffee.
Left it on? Somebody
left it on, and it cooked, and I think the urn or the coffee carafe exploded.
Right.
So glass everywhere, and then that was it. That's when the GM
I seem to remember a memo being sent around about that.
And so that's when everybody started coming in with their 7-Eleven coffee. Well, there's my coffee.
Here we go.
Buy my own. I mean, I get it. They were supplying coffee for everybody there, and then you're not responsible about it.
But I mean, come on, who hasn't left the heater and that empty pot on?
Dude, I don't think it was strike one. I think it was strike 400. Over the years. I think finally it was that last time with the carafe actually exploding after being overheated, where I think the general manager went, "Why are we doing this again?"
I think we're done with coffee.
Red line. There you go. They can
see, now they wouldn't have to worry about that, because it'd all be K-cups and stuff like that. So you wouldn't even have to deal with that. That's what we have at our office. Like we have we have the packets. Well, they're not K-cups, but they're packets that go into this machine and it instantly brews it. And way
ours
nobody leaves it on. You got the K-cups?
Ours are K-cups, and it's and Tim Hortons coffee.
Ooh, Timmy's.
Tim Hortons coffee, and we have Tim Hortons decaf, yeah, and then fresh, half and half, or what is it? It's not half and half. It's milk, but it's a special. It's organic, and it's not almond milk. It's that free. I forget. Oh no, lactose. Lactose free. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
What movie is that from? Santa Claus. The Santa Claus.
Oh, I think the milk is turned.
Yeah, no.
You said you were lactose intolerant. It's soy milk. You said you were lactose intolerant.
It did not.
I did. You're much fatter this year. You've grown too. Yes, it's greatest wife ever, and I do that when we're tasting something. I think the milk is turned. Got him. I got John. I got him.
Why is that so funny?
I don't know. That was one of the best lines. That one, and the other one is I'll have chocolate milk. We're out. Plain milk's fine.
This is why I show up week after week right here.
Oh God. That's right. It's March and we're quoting Christmas movies. The Santa Claus.
Oh, that's so stupid. Oh God, we're dumb.
They're great lines.
Yeah, they are.
They're great lines.
Wow. All right. Back to being professional. Look it up.
Look it up in the book.
Look it up in the book.
So, and John got my harried text this morning. So I had a cardiologist appointment this morning.
You did.
And I like to get as early as possible. So I had an 8:45 appointment at my cardiologist.
Good for you.
And if you don't know this about me, I had a heart incident and heart surgery back in 2015. So it'll be 10 years.
Oh,
in September.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I've been going to this cardiologist now in my hometown for 9 years. It'll be 10 in September. And I come in, I'm excited because I'm 5 minutes early. And I come up and I sign in. And they said, "Oh, you don't have to sign in. What's your name?" And it's Ron Ross. And who's your appointment with? I said, "Dr. Fisher." "Oh, you're in the wrong place." I'm like, "No, I'm not."
So what?
Saw him here 3 months ago. Yeah, he's over on Toll House Drive now. I'm like, hell, you didn't tell me that. Oh, it's only 5 minutes up the road. Well, then I'm 5 minutes. I was 5 minutes early. Now I'm going to be 10 minutes late. And you guys didn't tell me that. Yeah,
Right.
it's only 5 minutes. No apology.
No, it's just
No
5 minutes up
apology.
the road.
It's only 5 minutes up the road. You
around the
didn't
corner.
tell me that the cardiologist I've been seeing for the past 10 years moved.
I'm doing Goodfellas, and you're missing it.
Oh,
It's just
around
around the corner.
Go. Where? Where do I go?
Around the corner.
Just
Just,
down.
just
Yeah,
down.
just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do.
Oh,
Just
maybe
go
I'll
around
do
the
it later.
corner,
I have
That's all you had to do.
so
5 minutes down the
anyway.
road. Did you make it? So did they
I-
have your appointment and everything?
Yeah, no, I walked in and hardly
Okay.
anybody was there. The other one was packed. I walked in, the other
Okay.
one, hardly anybody was there. He had moved there 2 months ago. Again, nobody told me. But nice facility. It's not too far away.
Okay.
And but the headline is blood work came back great. I have the lowest cholesterol you can possibly have. Thank you very much. I'm losing weight. Yay, yay.
Oh, good.
So yeah, everything's good. Everything was
Yeah.
good. Because I got to tell you, I've been all in my head about 10 years after the surgery.
It does that.
It's like, is it going to take? Am I going to still?
Yeah.
Because you hear stories. Well, he had surgery and he lasted 10 years, or he
Yep.
lasted 9 years after that. I'm just.
No,
I mean, oh, okay. Happy birthday to Jennifer Scott. Okay, thank you.
yes.
So the end result is that and I felt great. I came bopping out of there, and so we made appointments, and it was funny because I'm standing at the counter, and I'm getting my appointment for the next time. We got a 3-month follow up, and then we got to do an echocardiogram and all that stuff.
Right.
And she's like, and I have my phone out. She goes, "Do you need a card?" I'm like, "No, I'm putting it in my phone."
Right.
You know,
Well, I mean,
you don't have to write it down. You're
No.
fine. But I did. I think I was rude because I was not in my tone, but because, hey, there's Debbie. Debbie's checking in. She's listening to us on
the Facebook
in
Florida.
And I was rude because I'm making her repeat it over and over again so I can put it in my.
See, you should.
And what did you say? What's the date? June what? What is that?
Oh,
anyway.
So I just wanted to relate to what you were saying about worrying about stuff for X number of years. And I think anybody who's had a major health scare, myself included, you go through that, right? Your yearly checkups, you kind of dread them. You're afraid you're going to get some bad news and stuff like that.
Thank you.
And it plays with your hand.
I got the prostate one tomorrow. I had them on the same day, but I have the
it's a shame, but I got to go back in for that soon. Probably this year,
man. When's the last time you got scoped? Front and back.
No, I think I did actually.
Okay.
I think
well,
I gotta look it up, but
I gotta make another one of those appointments again.
Yeah,
again, we're on the back nine, John.
Oh my gosh, we're talking medical stuff because I had endoscopy because of my reflux and stuff,
right?
And then just because I'm old the other way. So yeah. Anyway, as a thyroid cancer survivor, get your neck checked, by the way. Always if your doctor doesn't do that as part of your physical every year, just do they'll get behind you and kind of do the little thing, and they'll put their fingers on your neck. Get it checked out. It's rising as far as that goes. And then, get everything checked out. Go in every year. So, but to the point, I get nervous when I go and do my checkups. I don't think it's ever going to go away.
I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me, just riddled with anxiety. And I'm just like, oh, it's 10 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's been more than 10 for me now. So yeah.
Well, because I bounce out of bed in the morning and, the cats and all that stuff. And the alarm went off and I get up. And now with our new bedroom suit, which I'm still not used to, when I swing my feet around, I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. Jennifer, Greatest Wife Ever's, giant mirror, her dresser mirror is right in front of me. So I'm looking at myself straight at it
every morning.
And I'm taking the CPAP off and wrapping it up and putting it over there. And her hair is, it was like, but it's like, It's another glorious day. I'm breathing. Let's
Right?
go. Yeah. I'm breathing. Let's go.
go. I mean, most days I'm like that. And Jennifer echoes, yes, you absolutely think about it every single year. And it's true. It's true.
Right. Oh, that's right. Because, okay, I'm not going to put
No,
much of
but
her business out there, but she had a little bit of a scare as well.
yeah.
Years ago, back when I was on Sirius XM.
Okay.
And it was,
So there you go.
okay.
There
So
you have
I
it.
wanted to get into this. So I did the cardiologist next week.
Yep.
Monday is St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day.
Monday.
And on Tuesday, so I'm on vacation. Tuesday, I'm leaving for Florida, so there'll be no podcast next Tuesday.
On a jet plane?
I'll be on a jet plane. I'll be on Southwest
Jet plane.
with no reserve seating. Although I was reading what the reserve seating is going to be,
Yes.
and really, it's just I don't even know if they're putting in first class. They're putting in bigger, wider seats for business and so on. On the jets. I don't know if they had that much room, but anyway, I don't know how they're going to do it.
So
But
are we not doing it next week then? Because I thought we had said maybe we might do it.
No, I'm traveling. No, it's the week after. I'll be
the
traveling.
week, the week after. So
Yeah.
you're gonna
No, I
be
can do it. We
traveling
can
on
do
the
We
18th.
can do Wednesday if it's good with you. I mean, I'm taking
check.
my microphone with me, and we'll do it in Florida.
I will check.
All right.
I will check. I may be available.
I'll be poolside.
Poolside. Okay. Well, I will be in Dayton, Ohio at the Big Hoopla and the first NCAA first four.
Oh, wow.
So,
all right, well, let's try it. We'll try it. We'll see.
Just saying, if you're out in the area and if you're in the Dayton, Ohio area, Wright State University near Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Dayton Hoopla is happening Sunday.
We'll be in fluid.
We'll be fluid. Out and visit me.
But for St. Patrick's Day, so
Mhm.
we started 2 years ago. I think it was a Saturday. St. Patrick's Day was a Saturday, and friends of ours, the Purcells, Jack and Barb, are very, very, very. They're super Irish and very into it. And there's a bar, an Irish pub downtown called Bushwallers in Frederick, and they open at 7 a.m.
Wimps
for kegs and eggs.
Again, I've done that.
And so we did that 2 years ago.
Green eggs and ham.
Well,
seriously,
we have, and I've never been to it before. I'd always heard about it. It was the whole thing, and they have entertainment all day long.
Yeah,
fans come in.
It's awesome,
and it is awesome. And we had a seat at the bar last year. We got in early. Surely we were first 5-6 people in line, and got our place. And they serve a full breakfast, and yeah, there was Guinness and Jameson's at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Nothing wrong with that. Not on St. Patrick's Day.
All right. Allowed? Well, here's the deal.
Okay.
And I did this Saturday because I was working Saturday. I was at that same bar and I was running sound for a band.
Okay.
And so I got the non-alcoholic Guinness.
Yeah, you can do that. That works too.
Tasted pretty good. It tasted well. It was a Guinness.
Really? I've never had that. I'm gonna have to make a point of having that.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And earlier that evening I had a non-alcoholic. I had a virgin margarita. Really good. It was very tasty. I especially liked the fact that there was no tequila to ruin anything.
Well, I've had the non-alcoholic tequila.
Down that immediately. You had a non-alcoholic what?
Tequila.
Yeah. The non-alcoholic tequila.
Right. That you make a non-alcoholic mark. Well, they had to make a margarita with something.
No, I think it was just the juice.
Really?
Because it was just lime juice. Lime juice, lemon juice, and orange juice, I believe.
Okay, because they have them, and some of them are pretty good. The one I had was pretty smoky, but
really? The non-alcoholic? Yeah. I had a mocktail with non-alcoholic gin, which was pretty good. It had the gin flavor, just
I could see that. No, I could see that because some of the flavors that are in gin,
the botanicals.
Yeah, the botanicals
without
the alcohol, and then they probably put something in that tastes a little bit like gin. But
it was pretty decent.
Yeah,
as I recall. But anyway, so I think on St. Patrick's Day I might indulge just a little bit because again I have to work that evening, and then we're flying out on Tuesday. and then we'll be in Florida.
You could have one. You could have one.
I could have one.
One. Sure.
Right. And
that'd be fun.
But St. Patrick's Day, the greatest wife ever and I, we never really did that before. Now, I may have told this story before. My aunt and uncle owned a bar in downtown Baltimore, McGinn's Irish Pub.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I think it's called Four Courts now. It's still there. And on Charles Street, downtown Baltimore. And we drove there on St. Patrick's Day. And for some reason, it was, he had live entertainment. There was an Irish jig band that was playing. And, you had a few people there, but it wasn't the mayhem that it has become in these bars on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Even if it's a weeknight. I mean, it's Monday and this place is going to be packed because, and I learned this lesson years ago, you don't take St. Patrick's Day off from work. You take the 18th off from work so you can party on St. Patrick's Day.
You mean the day after? Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. That's why you take July 5th off.
Right. And the day after the Super Bowl.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Right. I get what you're throwing down here.
You're feeling me? Right? You smelling what I'm stepping in? All right. Very good. So St. Patty's Day is that now, John, you have Irish blood, you Italian on your mom's side, right?
I don't. You know what? The funny thing is, I still have this like ancestry thing kit that I've had for like 3 or 4 years sitting on the shelf that's paid for. I should really do that at some point.
Yeah, give it
and
a shot.
Figure it all out. I don't think I have any, but who knows? There
is some in
I'm a mutt though.
The way, well, so am I. But I mean, it's like I'm Polish on my father's side, and that goes all the way back. And then on my mom's side is British, the Bevanses, and then the Littles. They were from County Cork. And I don't know where they hooked up, somewhere in Maryland, I think. But anyway, so there's a little bit. So, and I always think it's hilarious with the Irish Americans because we make a way bigger deal out of it than the Irish do. Because I interviewed, name drop. I interviewed an Irish band from Dublin called The Script.
Yeah.
When I was at Sirius XM. Great guys. And it was actually on St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
And they were in New York. I was in DC. And I'm talking to them. And I said, so what are you doing today? And he goes, and I'm not even going to try to do his accent, but he's like, you Yanks are really it is nuts. It is already, there's supposed to be a parade. We're going to go to the parade. Then we're going to go here. We're going to go to that. It's not like that at home in Dublin.
Can I just say, having been there?
Yeah.
I think every weekend is St. Patrick's Day.
In Ireland? Okay.
Yeah, so my point is, it's really a pub culture. I mean, look at how many of them there are. And I think, so they don't feel the need to like amp it up to the level that we do.
Okay, so I have a question then. The Guinness Draught.
Yes, it's better there.
It
absolutely is.
What's different about it?
I don't know. It's just better. Maybe it's
just because you're in Ireland drinking.
Maybe
Guinness.
The atmosphere. Well, proper pours are a thing there. Absolutely.
Oh, I know.
Like if you don't do a proper pour, you get tossed out to the curb. So it's a thing. They're very, very serious. I don't know what to tell you, but it just tastes better.
Okay.
Don't know.
Yeah, I've seen the proper pour class. If you have the Guinness pint with that has the harp on it, you pour it, you angle it so it pours, it hits the harp.
Yep.
On the angle.
It's just,
and then
gotta have the right amount.
But then you pour it 3/4 and then you stop it and then let it settle.
It absolutely did that. I sat and watched. I literally at a couple of the bars there, I sat and just watched the bartenders do their thing. It was magical.
I gotta tell you, I'm a little jealous of the daughter, the younger, because she just got a new job and she's a bartender.
Really?
And at a restaurant. And I asked her, I said, is it like 4 and 5 ingredient cocktails, and you're lighting orange rind peels on fire and stuff like that? And she's like, a lot of them are pre-mixed. A lot of those 5 and 6 It's pre-mixed, so it's just like
to get them out quick.
Yeah, so you can get them out quick. Which
and proper ingredient. It helps with consistency too.
corrects because you're measuring right instead of on the fly.
Right.
But I've never been a bartender. I was always, and never been a server. I was always back of the house, always in the kitchen.
Really?
But I always wanted to be a bartender. So
yeah, I don't.
We were just talking about pouring, pulling beers. So, I
don't think I'd be good. I think I'm
why not?
Lousy bartender. I don't know. I just I know how to make a few drinks, and beyond that, I guess you'd get good at it at some point.
The friends of ours gave Greatest Wife Ever a birthday present, and it was a bartending class.
Oh,
and learned how to
I
make.
would like to do that.
That was fun.
Yeah,
and you learned how to do sours, which is you have your liquor, your sweet component, which is usually simple syrup or it could be sugar, whatever, and then you have a sour. So either a lemon juice, lime juice, or something like that. Cool. And it's always 2 to 1. 2 to 1? Is it 2? Yeah.
Which way though?
1 is the shot, is the liquor, and then 2.
Okay. And 2 of the
I think if that's
unlike my old fashions, which are 2 to 1, liquor to simple syrup.
Well, right, exactly. You don't want too much simple syrup. You don't want sweet whiskey.
It depends. It depends on how you like your old fashioned.
I do an old fashioned with a Greatest Wife Ever. How did we get off on this?
Bartending 101.
Bartending 101. So I use Bullet, and I don't use rye. I use Bullet.
No, I don't use rye either, but
Frontier whiskey. And she bought this. Believe it was or not, it was Safeway's brand of bourbon maple syrup.
Yeah, you can do that. Instead of simple syrup. Absolutely.
And then I have a smoker. I have the little smoker.
I have that too.
And then you have the ice ball or the giant cube.
I have the ball. I have a craft ice maker in my machine.
I do the giant
refrigerator.
I do the giant cube.
Okay, that's good too.
I like that. Yeah, the giant
good
cube.
Stuff.
And then
there's you go.
Right. And then you have to get the ice. You have to get the orange the rind, but it's the oh gosh, what's it called when you twist it?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of take a normal, I don't know, even like a steak knife and just take off the rind. Yeah. And
really?
sometimes I try and get it very close to the point where you get a little bit of the orange.
Right. And then you get and then you're running around the rim and
then toss it in.
Right.
Yep.
There you go.
Organic oranges, by the way.
Right.
Too. If you
okay. Well, all right. Okay.
You're gonna throw it in your drink. Otherwise, you need to definitely,
That's true. Wash it.
Yeah, wash it.
You don't know what's on the outside of that fruit.
And do you use orange bitters or standard
orange bitters? I have orange bitters.
Angostura or whatever.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean. Okay. I go back and forth on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while though. I haven't had
sweet or savory. That's
yeah.
Which one do you want? If you want it sweet or orange bitters.
Correct.
Okay,
good. I'm glad
we go. We cleared that up.
Figured that out.
Anyone's curious, be glad to post our recipes.
How did I go down that road for
I don't know.
Oh, because I'm jealous that the daughter
that's right. And then Guinness and everything.
And came back from Guinness. That's if you just follow that trail. That's how we got where we're going.
Mike threw it in that you don't need the orange splash of Grand Marnier.
Oh yeah, more liquor. Good call.
I mean, you can do that. That is one way to do it. Here's another tip from your friend, Mr. Everything.
Yeah.
Here. Mr.
Yeah, what's the tip?
Mr. 843.
What's the tip?
I'm cracking myself up now. The tip is you don't need to use a high proof whiskey in old fashions. Like I use Old Forester, which is a good just standard whiskey, and it's
Jim Beam's good. Jim Beam's good. I like Maker's Mark. Is fine.
Maker's Mark is good. Yeah.
Old fashioned.
Just the standard Woodford, not the high one, is good if you want to elevate your game a little bit.
Oh, Woodford Reserve. A friend of mine, he is a whiskey connoisseur.
Good morning, everyone.
He does the Whistle Pig.
Oh, yeah. It depends. I've
expensive.
We could just do a whole show on this.
Blanton's.
Like on bourbons.
Use
Yeah.
Blanton?
Blanton's. I enjoy the Blantons. Yeah. Castle and Keys, another good one. Good start.
Four Roses. Now listen.
Four Roses.
There was a bottle of Four Roses that
Come on,
sat on the
son.
top of. My parents weren't
not do
drinkers.
that.
They didn't drink. They didn't have. There was no beer in the fridge. There was nothing. Nothing. If there was any kind of liquor, it's because either my brothers or I got it.
Okay.
And but I don't know where it came from. There was a bottle of Four Roses whiskey that sat on top of the fridge. I mean, you almost couldn't read it because the dust was so thick.
Oh
on
God.
that thing.
Oh.
And it was in the kitchen, right? And now apparently Four Roses is some sort of held in high regard.
Come on. No. Get out.
Look it up.
All I will say is I can recall for years we had some big bottles of well liquor in our cabinets from our
Well liquor.
just the
that a brand name?
lower level
Yeah.
cheap
Pepe
liquor,
Lopez.
the
Pepe Lopez tequila.
bottom shelf pretty much that you would buy at a liquor store that I
Yeah.
think we had left over from like our wedding or whatever, just standard stuff, the standard. Like if you go to a bar and you say, I want a well drink, and you don't mention a name, they give you whatever that is. And, it might be. So, but we had some of that for years. It just
Rail.
had up
You call
there.
it rail.
Rail. Yeah, the rail.
Yeah.
That's another term for it.
Yeah.
But eventually we threw all that out. It's just, I don't.
Pop
we
off.
kept it for years.
Pop off vodka.
You pop off.
Some of the names. Pepe Lopez tequila was always a good one. Actually, that's a pretty decent tequila. I would use that to make margaritas.
It was funny. Smirnoff used to be in that category, but Smirnoff kind of upped their game too. When did this turn into alcohol talk with
I don't
Ron and
know.
John?
I don't know.
Creepers.
Well,
Let's move on.
That's us. Tangent alert.
Move on.
Tangent alert. Did you
Wow,
just
we went down
join
a
us?
rabbit hole.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I wanted to talk about is friends
Right.
of ours,
Yes.
Michelle. We have two friends who are Michelle. One has one L in her name, so we call her 1L. And the other one we call
Funny.
Michelle. So anyway, Michelle and her fiance, James, they've been together for quite a while. And she had a house for over 20 years. So they bought a new house. Okay. And they've been looking for a while. And they're getting married on May the 4th. For Star Wars Day, but more on that in a minute. So she had movers came over and they moved everybody over to all their stuff over to the new house. First night in their new house. It's not a brand new house. They bought it from somebody else.
Okay.
Took a shower.
Okay.
And as she was walking underneath and down in the living room or whatever, she steps in what she thought was cat pee. And they have 4 cats.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not. It wasn't. It was water from the ceiling fan, which was below the shower. The first night in their house. And you're like, they had to have known. Previous owners had to have known that was there. They had to have known. And wasn't disclosed. Oh, what happens? What do you do? They have a home warranty for a year.
Yep.
So, I guess that'll pay for the repairs. But I mean, what do you do? That was just so demoralizing because this same woman in her old house had huge leaks and busted pipes and all of that stuff and spent thousands and thousands of dollars to get that all repaired and get it in good shape, and then sold the house, moves into her new house, and there's another water leak from the shower. It's just,
I hate to say I haven't been there, but
you've been there on a
I've been there. Yeah, no, when we bought our house in Hilton Head, the first one here, we thought we knew there was something going on, and we had them fix it prior to us moving in, which we thought it was related to a toilet in the bathroom. Turns out it really was related to the shower. Eventually we had to have the shower, the whole pan, everything just rebuilt because of that. Now, it wasn't a huge issue, but still, yeah, we had to take care of it. So I've been there. Yeah.
I felt so
Stinks.
bad. I felt so bad. My wife,
Yeah.
Granny's wife, ever's reading this to me via off her text, off her phone, and she's just looking and she's in disbelief. And I'm like, "What?" But
Yeah.
that was at the old house. No, first shower, brand
Yeah.
new house,
Well, that's what really stinks is that
first night,
you have the
first
same problem in 2
night.
houses. Yeah, that's really lousy.
No, what really stinks is so they moved all of the cats over to this house,
Okay.
and they've been showing them the litter box. One of them resists change, does not like it at all, and they bought this new furniture.
Okay.
And she comes home from work, and yep, right there on the new couch,
Protesting.
on the new couch.
Isn't that great?
Thankfully, it wasn't pee, and it could be
Oh,
easily
it was
removed.
a duty?
Yeah, it could be easily
Duty!
removed. Reporting for duty.
Right.
But come on, and the new so
I
all of these problems. But anyway, we congratulate her on a new house and new digs. And then so there's a Star Wars wedding, and you are encouraged
this is
to
okay.
wear a
What?
costume.
Huh.
So greatest wife ever hit me this morning. She's like, "So what are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear?" I'm like, if given an opportunity to wear a Star Wars costume, I will wear a Star Wars costume. You understand?
Yeah.
I was 11 years old when that first movie came out. I wanted to live in that world. So I'm like, well, I mean, I could wear like kind of a generic Star Wars tunic,
Yeah.
hood, I mean, I can't be Luke because I'm sure, and there are 3 different Lukes. There's young Luke, then there's the Jedi, all black Luke, and then there's the Luke Skywalker, the grizzled, Jedi with the full beard, and yeah.
No.
So, but anyway,
don't
now I
that,
gotta.
Luke.
So the greatest wife ever is like, well, what am I gonna wear? And I'm like, oh, there's all tons of stuff. And she goes, well, I can't be Princess Leia because that's got to be the bride. And I'm like, well, not necessarily. The bride could be Queen Amidala. I mean, it could be. You could. She goes, man, you want me to put the donuts on the side of my head? And I said, well,
I mean,
in The Empire Strikes Back, there was a certain outfit that the Princess Leia wore.
Like,
this is entirely possible.
and then she hit you. Right?
She broke land speed records in rolling her eyes.
Yeah, that's
she couldn't roll her eyes fast enough. That was
your wife and my wife both.
I was making a joke.
I know. Sure you were. And in your head, you were like,
no.
I know. We all do it.
But I don't know. I was looking up Star Wars costumes, and there's there's tons of stuff out there.
Sure.
Tons of stuff out there.
Sure.
Tons of expensive stuff out there. I don't know how much. And then Great Wife was like, yeah, but you spend all this money, then you own it. Then what are you going to do with it? And I'm like, oh, there's.
I think it should go as one of the characters from Spaceballs.
Oh,
just kind of.
I see.
The Star Wars adjacent.
The Star Wars adjacent parody.
The parody.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah. That's it. Could go as Barf.
I could go as Barf.
Barf. Yeah. I mean,
if you've never seen it,
Star.
Star Wars, Spaceballs was a parody of the Star Wars genre.
Mel Brooks.
Done by Mel Brooks.
Fantastic. Still funny.
Still funny. And he was.
Yeah. Should have done a sequel.
What was his character's name? He wasn't Yoda. He was
Yogurt.
Yogurt. Oi.
Oi.
It was very funny. Very, very funny movie.
With
Rick Moranis was Dark Helmet.
Dark Helmet. May the Schwartz be with you.
May the Schwartz.
Schwartz. The Schwartz. I tell you.
We're quoting movies again.
Anyway, go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
So have you been to any of these? If there's what is the protocol for a costume, not required, but encouraged wedding? I mean, I'm going to wear a costume.
Right.
But I mean, have you ever been to one of those? Put it in the comment section. You can call us and let us know. Have you ever been to a costume or a certain dress required?
That's unique.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been invited to that many weddings, which is weird, but The few that I've been to over the years, none of them have been themed like that. I mean, I can see where it would be fun, but you also might have 20 people showing up as the same character.
Well, I mean, but there's so many now.
Hello, Darth.
No, so many. I mean, I should really just paint my face and be Darth Maul. That would be.
No, don't do that, because somebody's going to do that. You need to pick an obscure character.
Well,
in the tradition of Ron and Jennifer Ross, you need to go out on the fringe of the Star Wars universe and find something that
I could be Red Leader standing by. Gold Leader standing by. There you go.
Yeah, something like that.
If I have my
you know what I'm saying.
X-Wing fighter pilot garb.
Right. Extra number 3.
I know way too much
number
about
3 from the movie, the first movie.
Well, there's so much, and a friend of mine is so into all of the. I didn't realize there were so many series in the Star Wars world to watch, because I was watching The Mandalorian, then I fell behind, and I finally watched the Book of Boba Fett, but I didn't finish Obi-Wan. I didn't finish. There's Ahsoka. There's so many things, and then he's like, "Well, you really should start with the Clone Wars, the animated series." And I'm like, how many of those? He goes, there's like 12 seasons. No. 12 seasons?
No.
I'm like, 12. That's, how many episodes per season? 22? What?
What?
To explain the Clone Wars?
No.
I could just go on Wikipedia and look it up.
Yeah, you could. You could.
However, Greatest Wave Every Night. So we're watching there are a whole bunch of series now that we're watching, and they're releasing them one episode at a time. Whatever. 1923 is back, and we're watching The Pit, which is a hospital drama on Max, which stars Noah Wiley. He was John Carter on the original ER. He's back as a doctor.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. It's excellent. It's so good. But we stumbled across one. I thought it was just a movie, but it's not. It was a series, and we finished it last night because Netflix drops the whole series, and there were only half-hour episodes. But Kate Hudson plays the president of an NBA franchise called Running Point on Netflix. Very funny. Very funny. It's great.
You're running. You're the point guard running
the point guard. You're running point.
Right.
Yeah. Because she was thrown in as the president at and even though she knew a lot about basketball, and then a lot of the decisions she made with the high salaries of players, and it's good. It's very, very good, very funny. Again, highly recommended. John, you're so much into basketball.
Yeah, I saw it when we were looking for things to watch the other day. So I was like,
it's got as much basketball in it as Ted Lasso has soccer. Put it that way. Don't let it scare you because it's about basketball, because it's not. It's about The Office, and it's very, very good. The co-stars are very funny, and it can get pretty silly. but as soon as you finish it, and I do like binging something, but as soon as you finish it, you're like, now I have to wait a year.
Now it's over
for season 2, and now it's over. Right.
Yeah, or worse yet, the season gets canceled, or the show gets canceled, and they leave a ton of stuff up in the air. Loudermilk.
That's Loudermilk. I know. Loved that series.
So did I.
That was a great one. They did a live action version of the anime Cowboy Bebop. Loved it. It was on Netflix. Loved it, and they canceled it after the first season, and I don't know why. I guess they just didn't think people were watching it. I don't know how you cancel anything on Netflix anyway, because they've got 7,000 different seasons. Just put another one up. That would be great.
I don't know how anything gets views nowadays. Honestly, we were going through this the other day. We were trying to. There was a movie that was on. I won't say which one, but it was one of the Sandler movies.
Which one was it?
One of the Sandler movies.
Okay, which one was it?
One with it was Jennifer Aniston, and it was the one where he's a dentist. He wears a wedding ring.
Right.
No,
yeah.
He's not a dentist. He's a plastic surgeon.
Oh, okay.
But
got it. Yeah.
All
right.
What just go with it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so you're trying to find it.
It was on like E! or something, and I'm like, oh my god, with the commercials, it was like every 5 seconds there was 10 minutes worth of commercials, it seems. So, you know, I was like, well, we have like 8 streaming services. Surely it must be on one of them.
Surely.
And
Surely.
So don't call me that.
Mhm.
And so I searched. Sure enough, it was. It was on I think Peacock. So, but to your point, I don't know how anybody like how they get viewers for anything, given the fact that there's so many freaking streaming services and so many cable channels.
It's
Like,
overload. It's
how do you make
overload.
money?
Yeah, through the subscription, I guess. I don't know how. I mean, and now
Yeah.
there's some like movies that come out and they are exclusively only on a specific service, like John
Right.
Wick 4, which I've been dying to see,
Yeah.
is now only on Stars, and so is Outlander. I don't have Stars.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay for Stars,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to watch the John Wick 4, and I'm a little bummed about that. So, and then there are movies. What was it? The Stuntman movie. The Fall Guy was only on Peacock.
Oh,
I
yeah, that was actually funny.
I thought it was excellent. I thought it
Cute
was
movie.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And then the cameos. Of course, you had to have the cameos. But still, I thought Ryan Gosling was great.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
Good.
Good chemistry. But, you know, it just bums me out when there's something that sits and it's exclusive to a particular streaming service. And I'm like, I'm not getting it. I will not get your service.
I know. I
refuse to get your service now.
I don't have the Apple streaming service, so everybody's like, you know, you have to watch, you know, of all people, you'd love the Ted Lasso, and I'm like, yeah, I probably would. I'm not buying another service. I'm just not. I can't do it.
We have Apple.
Okay, but I have so many.
Yeah, but we don't have Hulu. We don't have Hulu.
Paramount.
We don't have Peacock.
Well,
I have Paramount.
I don't even know why I have Peacock at this point, but I have it because of something else. And also sports, like stuff that used to be on NBC Sportsnet end up on Peacock now because NBC Sportsnet folded. So suddenly sports games. That's the other thing. Like you're watching football games and now it's like, where is this game?
It's Amazon Prime.
I know it's on Prime,
Amazon.
It was on, there were some that were on other.
Christmas Day, Ravens game was on Netflix.
Right.
And I refused. I refused.
Like,
no, I'm not watching a football game on Christmas Day. I'm not doing it.
Anyway,
I refuse.
All right. We're running out of time, aren't we?
I know. We got to roll. Let's get this done.
We've wandered way off the path here today.
Why are you shocked? Why is
I'm not shocked? This is. I mean, I'm sorry about the whole bourbon discussion we had.
Why are you sorry about that?
I don't know. Probably jettisoned like 4 or 5 viewers at that point.
Did we really?
No, I'm kidding.
That's all we had.
Yeah, I know. That's it.
So
they're gone. Everyone's gone. It's just us now.
Okay.
We're just talking to each other.
All right.
It's good.
That's
good.
the way it is.
All
right. I get it.
No.
All right. It's time to get the gray matter working. Fire off the synapses, engage the frontal lobe, form new neural networks, utilize the cerebrum. As Pooh says, it's time to think. You know what I didn't even bring up last week, John?
No.
Had been 2 years since the massive layoffs.
Yeah. Well, you brought it up in texting me, but
as life occurs, it's interesting. It's not. I wouldn't say I wouldn't have it any other way. I would have preferred to have not been laid off. However, life is so much grander now,
right?
Well, work-life balance is finally in play.
And you're like #1 rated and all that kind of good stuff. And you're in your hometown and you're kicking butt and taking names. Life is good. Yeah.
I wrote a what they call a bumper or sweeper. It's the stuff that goes in between the songs on a radio station. I wrote one. It says, "It's the Ron Ross Ride Home," because I do an afternoon show now. And he's a local boy on your local radio station. You just can't get any Frederick-ier than this.
Frederick-ier. Frederick-ier.
Right. I was going to say Fredneck, but I'm like, nah. They still think that's an insult. Yeah, all right, today's question of the day. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. It's the cue
Okay.
for
Yes.
Pride Not Prize.
Right.
What were the original 4 shapes and colors of marshmallows and Lucky Charms cereal? Oh, getting to that because, you have St. Patrick's Day. One more
Right.
time. What were the original 4 shapes and colors of marshmallows and Lucky Charms
No
cereal?
one's getting
You've
this.
seen the commercial 8 billion times. You can rattle it off. Don't think about it. Just
No.
rattle it off and write it down. There were only 4.
There's no way. No
There
one's
were only
getting this.
4. You got it, John.
No.
All right. Well, put your answers down in the comment section. Good luck. I showed you. I posted that picture of just the big package of just marshmallows.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, where were these? I didn't have to buy the cereal. I could have just bought
Seriously? Where was that?
Weiss.
Weiss had that? So
Yeah.
Was it a box that just said all marshmallows or something?
Yeah, just marshmallows, just on it.
Oh, it's kind of like Captain Crunch with the Crunch berries, and then it's Captain Crunch all berries,
What?
which was awesome.
Do they really? They made
It was just Crunch berry.
all
Like,
crunch
do
berries.
you remember? I mean, you would like save up until you.
Weren't the crunch berries made out of the same material as the Captain Crunch cereal?
They had a different taste to them. They tasted better. So you were kind of like eating the Captain Crunch, and you're like, okay, this is all right, but I got to get a Crunch berry in there.
Oh, you saved up the crunch.
Saved up the Crunch
I'm gonna
berries.
go get some Captain Crunch right now. I could have some. I could eat some Captain Crunch.
I may get some too.
I like Captain Crunch cereal.
That's
I like. Of course, Count Chocula was my jam because it was chocolate cereal with chocolate marshmallows,
Jeez.
which, by the way, is not one of the answers. All right, here we go. One more time for the question of the day. What were the original 4 shapes and colors of marshmallows and Lucky Charms cereal in
Yes.
honor of St. Patty's Day on Monday? All right, here we go. I think they posted the answers. I'm sure Jim's got it.
Of course.
I'm sure Jim has it.
Of course.
Let's see.
But he was not the first person to answer. The first person to
Oh, who
answer was. Oh, hold on.
What? Ding.
Yeah, hold on.
I just
hold
got
on.
a ding.
There we go. All right,
Okay.
better.
Pink hearts, orange stars, yellow moons, green clovers.
Isn't that it?
That's it.
I think that's
There
it.
you go.
Yes, yes,
that is
very
it.
good. I think that was it. Yeah, that's very
it.
good.
That's it. Pink hearts, yellow moons, orange stars, green
Green
clovers.
clovers.
And then they
Blue diamond?
added blue diamonds in 1975. I didn't
Wow,
realize
it was that
long
How
ago.
long ago?
Right. Then they added then they changed it again. Purple horseshoes in 83. Red balloons in 89, green trees in 91, rainbows in 92, blue moons in 95, and leprechaun hats in 97.
But so does it have all of these things now, or did they swap them out? The color.
Apparently it has all of these things now.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah.
By the way, just credit where credit is due. Jim.
Hearts, moon, stars, clovers.
Yeah, he didn't give the colors,
Oh, that's all right.
but
He got it. He nailed it.
Got it. Yep.
But still, who was our first answer?
It was Mike. Mike was the one. He said also Frankenberry for me.
Frankenberry. Dude, I was like, it was.
I liked Blueberry.
It was chocolate cereal.
Right. It's just like all chocolate cereal with chocolate marshmallows.
Did we have this discussion, by the way, that they make milk, cereal milk,
Yes.
cereal flavored milk?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't have to have the cereal; you just have the cereal flavored milk with the
Which
sugar.
is
in it.
how is that different from chocolate milk? Is it different? It's just slightly flavored.
Well, no, I mean it could be like cinnamon toast crunch milk, or you could get any of the cereals. They make the milk now, which is fantastic.
Okay, I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh,
Huh.
come on! It would be the best creamer for the coffee.
Actually, that would be good. So yeah, I'm all about all the different flavored creamers.
I know you are.
So,
He's got a separate place in his fridge
I
just
do.
for the creamers.
I do. Currently, wedding cake is my favorite.
Ooh. Oh, I
Wedding
gotta
cake
try
flavor.
that.
Yeah,
That sounds delicious.
International Delights makes the the wedding cake one, and I'm trying to think what else I like. Oh, well, I always like the Cinnabon. Cinnabon's always good.
Always good. Always
Yeah.
good.
Hard to go-
Well, because I had the cardiologist appointment this morning, I couldn't have any caffeinated coffee,
Okay.
and I couldn't find the decaf. Well, I didn't want my heart racing while I was.
You could have just stopped by the Wawa, dude.
I didn't have time.
Okay.
Remember, I went.
That's
to
right.
I went to
You
the
were
wrong
early
pla-
and then you were late.
I went to the wrong place. You're in the
Right.
wrong place, and I literally looked at him and went, "No, I'm not. I know where I am.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the right place. This is my cardiologist for the past almost 10 years. Nope, you're in the wrong place.
That's fine.
You're nuts."
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Anyway,
do a
yes.
little housekeeping here. All right. Next week, I'm in transit on
Right.
Tuesday, but I think John and I are going to try to pull one
Maybe
off on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Maybe.
We'll try to pull one off on Wednesday.
Right.
And then definitely I'll
Then-
try to do one on the following Tuesday.
The 25th is good. Yes.
Correct. All right.
Yes. I'm okay on
'Cause
that.
I'm taking my equipment with me.
Yep.
I'm taking the microphone
Okay.
with me.
Well, are you tracking from there?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm covered. I'm
Good.
covered. Yeah.
No,
I'm on
that's
vacation.
good.
I'm on vacation.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, I knew XM
Well, see,
used to
that's-
make you do that, right?
Yeah, right. And then would charge you for a vacation day. So I came up with a plan
Just was
I came up with a
ridiculous thing
plan
ever.
because I had a producer
Right.
and I was like, well, why don't we just, all of these games and all that stuff,
Mm.
and they're all saved in the computer. Let's just put it in and make it and it's the best of show. And while I'm gone, you don't have to fill that spot with anybody.
Right.
We just have the computer run the best of show bits and ins and outs and
Right.
and games and interviews and all of that stuff. And he's like, great. So I did that. So I
Okay.
did not, and I had the producer take care of it. So I didn't have to. But now
Now you
I
get
don't
them
have any-
off. That's great.
I know it's weird.
It is weird.
And
That's the way it used to be.
I'm gradually getting into the mindset of not feeling guilty about taking time off.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. Sorry. I'll
I
get
had it.
there when I'm retired.
No, you won't. No, you won't. You'll feel like you should be doing
So I
something.
guess I should be doing right, but I'll be doing stuff I want to do then at that point.
I just
Not that I don't want to do my I don't want to make that sounds bad.
it does sound bad. I know what you're saying.
But you know,
I know you want to do your job. I understand.
right.
But my
Obviously.
point is, we're brainwashed into thinking when you take your deserved legal time off,
Right.
that somehow you're slacking
Right.
because you're actually taking vacation and time for yourself.
Right.
And somehow you're like, oh, I should be doing something. My dad.
Remember before email when you could just go
Oh,
and no one could get in touch with you?
I got yelled at one time with when I was
Yeah.
working on I was working on a morning show. I was the producer of a morning show, the Hot Morning Mess with Mark and Chris, Hot 99.5 in Washington, D.C.
Right.
And I show up on Monday and the host says, hey, what about blah, blah, blah? I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, I sent you an email on Saturday. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll read it this morning.
Yeah.
He goes, you don't check your email on the weekend? I'm like, why would I do that? Why, why would I check my email on the weekend? Well, because you're part of the show. And I'm like, yeah, but it's Saturday. That's my time.
Right.
That's not
Yeah.
your time.
You're gonna pay me for that?
That's not your time.
Yeah.
And he got mad.
Did he?
Yeah, part of the show, the show prep. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, send it to me on Monday morning
Yeah.
or Friday when I can read it before.
Or let me go with a half day on Friday to make up for having to read stuff on the weekend. Yeah, whatever. right?
Apparently,
Yeah, apparently.
reading emails and checking phone mail and stuff like that on the weekends is illegal in, I think, France.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah.
Right. Not
Yeah,
here.
not around here.
Yeah. So all right, we need to go.
We got to go. Are we done?
I gotta go to work. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got to go to
Yeah.
work too.
Lunchtime's over.
All right.
Back to work.
Go eat something. All right. Listen. So next week, maybe Wednesday, just watch the Facebook page and I will update you that and the Instagram and my Twitter. I'm sorry, my X, whatever it's called.
Text.
Radio Ron Ross on X.
Right.
If you're not following me there. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us live. And then later on, where you're listening to this wherever or watching this wherever, again, thank you so much. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button or all the things, all the buttons. Just hit them all and it'll sort itself out.
Mash the button.
Have yourself a great week. Happy St. Patrick's Day. If I don't talk to you, because I probably won't. Happy St. Patty's Day.
They're magically delicious.
John Yaklensky. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Please be safe. John Yaklensky, Ron Ross. Love you, mean it. Bicycle.